Hey guys, um, something came to me, a scenario, if you will, a few weeks back, if not a month ago. My boys laugh at me about my scenarios, but here we go. Um, you're going to place yourself in the scenario, okay? You're 16 years old, and you have been told that on your 40th birthday you're going to pass away, right? So you have decided on your 39th birthday that you're going to have an amazing celebration. It's going to be, we'll say, 2 weeks worth. 2 weeks worth, and it's going to be on the most beautiful land that you can come up with, any land on the earth that you can possibly think of. This celebration is going to be on, and you're going to build an amazing building, right? You're going to have it built. Uh, in this celebration, you're going to invite one guest who has to invite another guest, one other guest. Okay, so you're going to invite, we'll say, 25 people. And those 25 people have to invite one other guest. Okay. So this building that you're going to have built is going to house every last one of them. And every last one of them are going to actually have their own butler, their own handmaid, everything that they need to have an amazing celebration waited on hand and foot. But first, you're going to have to save up for this thing. You're going to have to invest. Even what you decide to be and do in life has to help you get the monies to get this thing done. So, your whole life, it's only about this celebration. And you've invested. You bought the smallest house on the smallest plot of land that you can possibly find. And you have furniture and you have your clothes and you do have many friends, but you do all that you can to make sure that you save up as much of your money as you possibly can. So you're not living aimlessly, you're actually focused, right? So now you're 33 years old and you said, okay, you have saved up $3 trillion. Yeah, that's how feverishly you have worked on this thing. That's how much of a sacrifice you made in your life. All for this shindig that's going to be happening in 6 years. So you find the land and you build the property. Okay, on this land is every kind of possible amenity, every kind of possible shop that could give the most beautiful and clean, holy pleasure. Okay, get that in your head now for your guests. Okay, they can purchase their heart's desire. Now, all these people are your friends and they know how you think and they respect you. Okay, so they know on this property it's all going to be clean fun, just clean fun, right? And you know every person that you're inviting. So every person that you're inviting, this property holds their delights. Okay, you have taken time to figure out and find out what your friends like and what they don't like. This is amazing, right? So the property is bought, the whole building is built, everything on this property, miles and miles and miles of property, by the way, has everything every single guest wants. Okay, now it's time. You send out invitations to all of your friends. You tell them what it is. You tell them what's going on with you at age 40. They know what's happening and they RSVP. Now, from their RSVP, you send them $50,000 each upon their RSVP. You send them $50,000 each and you tell them, okay, this is going toward the stipulations of that invitation that you agreed to. Now, the stipulations on the invitation are this. You have to work feverishly. Now you're 37 now. Okay, you're 37 now. And you've sent out the invitations. Now, the stipulations are you have to be the best shape possible that you can possibly be in. Now, you know your friends now. You know what shape they're in. And so you know that your friends are capable of being in the best shape possible, but they have to work at it. So they have 2 years to do this. So you've given them ample time and the money. So the $50,000 is toward being in the top shape possible. They have to do everything holistically and exercising and all that stuff. So they have to do everything holistically, and they have to do it based on exercise. Okay, so everything natural. And the money that you've given them as well will purchase all the clothes that they need for the function. So you're pretty much covering everything that they need, right? Everything that they need. Um, and you've also, we'll just say this, you've paid for every last one of their bills for that month. You paid whatever mortgage they have, whatever rent they have, you paid for that so that they can put their own money away, right? So you're just taking care of them 100%. Now it's time for them to come, right? You've sent them their plane tickets, everything. You have covered every single possibility, okay? Pedicures, manicures, facial, whatever they need, body wrap, spa, you have covered it, okay? So when they show up at the airport, you pick every last one of them up in Bentleys with drivers. So each one of them have their own driver. The land is able to house 50 Bentleys. That's how big the land is. Okay, and if you have to get to your Bentley, you can. They have golf carts that will carry you to your Bentley. Honey, you have taken care of your guests, honey. Now they're enjoying everything on the land. They're looking. It's the first day, right? So they're all there, and they're enjoying the land. Now it's time. Now you also had a time frame that they had to be there. The plane tickets were specifically for a specific time frame now. So you have everything planned to the jot and tittle, right? So they all should have showed up at the same time. They all should be enjoying the land at the everything, right? Now it's time for the shindig. It's time for the celebration, right? 39 years old. This is your birthday, 39th birthday party. We'll just say that. And everybody shows up, right? Everybody is there. Everybody's in their room getting dressed and everything. And there's a knock on the door. And the guard that's at the door, he's like, what's going on? He opens up the door. He's like, may I help you? What stands before him is your friend. I'm not going to say it's a male or female. Your friend without a guest. Standing there in simple clothes, no luggage, standing there. And the guard is like, may I help you? Oh, and the person says, I'm a guest of Joe or whoever's watching this. I'm a guest of Jim or Jane. I'm a guest. And you're like, and the guard is like, where's your invitation? And he pulls out his invitation out of his pocket. And the guard shows him, did you cover all the stipulations on this invitation? And the guest is like, well, no. And the guard is like, one moment, please. And the guard calls you to the door. Now, every guest, again, knows that you are dying in a year on your birthday. And they're coming to celebrate you and life and their life. They're coming to have the time of their life at your expense. Because you are celebrating life because you are dying in a year. Every guest knows this. They call you to the door, and you come to the door, and you're like, and you recognize the guest, and you're like, what did you do with all the money I gave you? You just go straight to the jugular vein. What did you do with all the money I gave you? The guest tells you, well, I took it and I went to Vegas and I pretty much gambled it away. I just came on the plane ride and I had enough for a cab fare. So I'm here. I'm ready to party. And before you, this guest looks like they drank every pint of beer in Ireland. They look like they ate every single kind of pizza in Italy. And they look like they ate every piece of chocolate in France. No, Belgium. And you're like, you can't come in here. You did not follow any criteria. You didn't care enough to do so. You did not value what I valued. Therefore, you did not value me and the fact that I'm dying in a year. You did not follow anything. And you accepted the invitation and you didn't even follow the criteria. That acceptance of the invitation was clear. That meant that you had agreed to the stipulations. Go home. Goodbye. And you would have that guard close the door in that person's face. They would have to find a way back to the airport. They will have to find a place to sleep. You would have closed that door. Now, God has provided us with every single thing we need to follow the stipulations of the invitation to live forever with Him. He has provided that. What have you done with what He has provided? Are you like the guests that showed up just as you asked them to, in celebration of what you have done for them, in celebration for who you are to them, and what you are providing for them? Or are you like the guest that showed up any old kind of way, how he wanted to, and frivolously threw away all that you gave him to live his life tip-top shape